this is not for you. It's human catnip. Hey guys, it's Jasmin, and Puppy is right here, and I just put two and two together and realized he is very excited to be involved today because I am going to show you how to make a catnip latte, which is right here, and which is for us humans, but that doesn't change the fact that there is catnip involved, and so Puppy, for one, is very interested. And now, what I'm sure many of you have probably been waiting for, catnip tea, or the fancy version, a catnip latte. It's basically a cat lady or cat person's pumpkin spice all year round. So if you didn't know, catnip for humans is safe to consume in a tea. It is an herb. And by the way, if you want to be a part of the Cat Lady Fitness family, we put out a video every Catterday, typically sprinkled in throughout the week, about cat stuff, especially feline nutrition, and things for humans like stress management tips, workouts, recipes, and a whole lot more. Just click that subscribe button below and the little bell icon right next to it, and you will get notified whenever a new video comes up. Back to this, humans can consume catnip as tea. It's considered an herbal tea. However, it is a sedative for us as opposed to a stimulant, which is typically what it is for most cats. So if you've ever had something like valerian root tea, which is popular in promoting sleep and restfulness, you will likely respond in a similar way to catnip tea, or in this case, a catnip latte. You can get it in tea bags just like most teas, but I like to get it in this loose leaf version. I got this one off Amazon. It's high quality and it's really delicious. And if you just wanted to make it to a tea, I would suggest just taking 2 teaspoons and putting it in a tea bag or a really cute kitty tea diffuser like this one is always very appropriate. You just want to set that in a mug and let it brew for about 3 to 10 minutes. I know I usually forget about tea that's brewing and then come back to it. And you can just have it as is or add a little bit of sweetener and enjoy. Now let me show you guys how I make it a little bougie into a latte. So to make the latte, I use a larger tea bag because we want the catnip tea to be a little more concentrated since we're going to be pouring some almond milk, in my case, on it. So I put the equivalent of about 2 tablespoons of the loose leaf catnip in this tea bag. Boil some water, and you only want to fill the mug to probably somewhere between 4 and 6 ounces. Cover it with something like a plate or a lid and set it aside to brew for at least 10 minutes. While that's brewing, you need to heat up the milk you're going to use. Now, I know that I said my favorite dairy-free, dairy substitution milk is Califia Farms coconut almond milk, and it is. But when it comes to frothing, not all dairy-free milks work. And I even tried using the Califia with xanthan gum, with guar gum, natural thickeners to kind of thicken it up. It would not froth at all. So after a lot of trial and error and asking my favorite baristas at places like Starbucks and local coffee shops, the best dairy-free milk to use if you actually want it to froth up is Silk almond milk. So keep that in mind if you like to make lattes at home too. So here is my milk frother and warmer. I love this thing. It's awesome. Unsurprisingly, I got it off Amazon as well, so I'll link it below. But I just make sure my whisking attachment is in there. I pour in the almond milk to the max line and then just hit the button and let it froth up. And it only takes a couple of minutes. As you can see, it starts to froth up really, really quickly. And by the time it's done, the almond milk is heated up beautifully. It's just hot enough, and you can see it's super duper foamy. And something I forgot to mention and forgot to show is if you use the unsweetened almond milk, then you would want to add a little bit of sweetener, preferably in liquid sweetener like stevia or monk fruit drops. So then we grab our more concentrated catnip brewed tea and squeeze out the bag really, really, really well. Put in just a couple of drops of sweetener to taste, depending on how much you put in the almond milk. Give it a little stir, and then the magic. We pour in that warm almond milk and then scoop the foam on top of there, and you can see it's a beautiful creamy kind of taupe color. And I like to top mine with cardamom. I just feel like the flavor of the cardamom really complements the flavor of the tea because it's very, very mild. Or if you can make some kind of cinnamon cardamom blend, I bet that would be delicious. But yeah, that is all there is to it. That's how you make a catnip latte. And by the way, if you don't have a milk frother, no worries. You can just heat up the almond milk in a saucepan and then whisk it a little bit before pouring it onto the catnip tea, and it's just as good. And this is really effective for me. It really kind of is similar to valerian root tea or sleepy time tea. It just chills me out, and I still have a couple of clients after I'm done filming this. So sometimes I'll make it, and actually I might just like put this in the fridge and have it be more of an iced latte later on to have before bed. But I will link the catnip that I purchased off Amazon and anything I talked about in this video in the description below, maybe even in the pinned comment. And you guys, let me know if you try this out, if you've ever had catnip tea, how you like it, if you didn't even know that you could consume it. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new today, then click the thumbs up below because that really helps me out and helps other people potentially get this video in their suggested YouTube feed. As always, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to talking a little more about catnip with you guys next week, and he's sleeping right here. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.